you and I may believe this, but I think there's a disconnect in our industry because I feel like our industry as agents, we don't act with urgency as much as we used to. And I'm not sure what the disconnect is here. What are your thoughts? Because I think you and I are battling this all the time. It's like, how do we get people to act with urgency on these leads when they've spent so much time and effort to even give us their information?
I think it's probably a lot of things. I think it's, and I'm going to say some things that aren't going to be popular. I think it's a work ethic. I think it is some generational things. I think um, we've all gotten soft in it to a certain extent because we want things easy. We get things easy. We think
Yeah.
things should be easy. Um, and the reality of it is that, it takes being persistent. It takes being consistent. It takes being uncomfortable or putting yourself in a uncomfortable place until those things become comfortable. I was sharing, that with you before we started. I had a conversation with an agent this morning who just was being very passive with their not only their lead follow up but also their interactions and almost being just like an order taker.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked a couple of questions. I said, if you went to a doctor or a lawyer and they just did whatever you want them to do, or said, well, oh yeah, I can do that for you. Oh yeah, I can get that for you. Oh yeah, I can give you this. And didn't ask any questions or didn't ask you why you wanted those things or how you came to that conclusion or any of those things, would you really respect them? When it was all said and done, would you be a raving fan of that service professional? And the answer is probably wouldn't respect them and you probably wouldn't be a raving fan. People want to be led. And as agents, it's our job to do that. Now, before we have the opportunity to lead, we have to connect with them and we have to be very persistent. It's one of the things I think probably both of us discovered early on that just being persistent and consistent would cause you to win more times than not.
Yes.
Right? Like, forget about skills, forget about personality, forget about enthusiasm, but just being persistent and consistent would put you head and shoulders above most. And then when you add those other things, then you really start to get masterful at that. But I think I don't know, it's a really puzzling question. Why aren't agents persistent in their follow-up or in their attempts to connect with someone or to meet with someone? Why aren't they consistently, following up and reaching out? It's what people kind of expect, right? If I'm dealing with a salesperson, maybe I'm considering buying a fishing boat or something. I'm never going to say, well, I can't believe this person's following up with me. I know that's their job. Like, it's like, I'm expecting them to. And if they don't, I'm going to think they forgot about me. They don't think I'm serious. Maybe they don't think I qualify. I must not be important to them, right? Those are all the normal thoughts that you would have if a salesperson isn't following up with you.
Yeah, it's a good thought here. Is like, I think that when it comes to a leads captured, what we think as an agent that the lead wants us to do and what the lead wants us to do are two totally different things.
They are. There's a total disconnect there, and I know it because I talk to agents all the time, and the things going through their heads are like a hallucination, like this whole story they make up. Oh, I'm going to be bothering them. I'm going to be off-putting. I'm going to be too salesy. I'm going to be too pushy. I'm like, they're not even thinking about you, right? You're not on their radar, right? They got their whole life going on. You're thinking about them all the time because you should be doing something that you're not doing. Or if you're actually doing what you should be doing, you're going to be thinking about them because you're going to say, hey, I need to call Greg. I need to follow up with him. But it's just a normal conversation. It's not you're not invading their privacy by communicating with them.